Super Lap Series is more than a timed competition. It's a thrilling fusion of passion, skill, and precision crafted for drivers who bring their street-legal cars to the edge. Built with advanced drivers in mind, this series celebrates those who drive the very cars they commute in, modified and primed for track performance. It's ideal for experienced HPDE drivers and instructors who crave more than just circling laps, yet seek something different from the intensity and expense of wheel-to-wheel racing. The series has one rule that sets it apart. It's exclusively for street cars, leaving full race cars to battle in their own series. Here, it's all about the machines we know and love, cars that turn heads on the road and prove themselves on the track. What makes the Super Lap Series special? Simply put, it's the drivers. These competitors, whether CEOs, retirees, or college students, are a blend of humility, camaraderie, and exceptional driving skills. They bring together an astonishing range of vehicles, and yet they all share the same passion, a love for driving and the thrill of motorsports. We got some of the SLS drivers together and sat down with them at Velocity Vault in Boca Raton to hear their thoughts on the inaugural 2024 season.
2020, I was in a bad car accident. I got turned on to HPDE all the way out. I couldn't walk, and my next door neighbor took me to the track. And I met a group of people that I love hanging out with. I have always been in the cars ever since I can remember. I was a muscle car fanatic and straight line speed. As soon as I touched the track for the first time, I was hooked. It was done. I was out for about 2 years, and the SLS started. And my neighbor told me about it. He was like, man, if you competitive, you would probably love doing this. And sure enough, without a doubt, the first time I stepped on it, I heard about it, I looked it up online. I was like, yeah, I got to be a part of that. This could be nice. The competitiveness is what I'm into, so.
You know what, I've just always been a fan of driving. Like, it doesn't even have to be competitive. I've liked driving just, road trips. I started working at Publix as a bag boy when I was 14 years old, so I had saved up enough money to buy my first car before I even turned 16, and on my 16th birthday, I was at the DMV, driver's license in hand, and have never looked back.
I would say my biggest challenge has been being consistent, because sometimes I don't show up to the track in the mental state that I should be in. So for the first session, I just feel all over the place. And I think being consistent while being fast at the end of the day is the end goal for every single race car driver.
So what's interesting to me about Super Lap Series is that it's a fun way to do racing and being competitive without having to do wheel-to-wheel racing and having a full-on race car. You can go out in what's effectively a qualifying session just to go out and set that hot lap. Yeah, you can drive for the whole 30 minutes and have your fun track day and do all those things, but if you're really competing in the Super Lap Series, you want to get out there and you want to make sure everything's warm, tires are warm, your gas is the right level, so you're not carrying around a lot of extra weight. And so it's competition on that level where it's you and your car competing against the clock, but also against other people and their cars competing against the clock. So to me, that's really appealing as a way to not have to wheel-to-wheel race and your expensive street car, whatever your favorite toy, and go out there and have a lot of fun and try and be competitive with the car that you have.
Best driver definitely has to be Trevor, because he's fast. He has the same car as me too, so that's another incentive of like, okay, that's the benchmark, that's the baseline. So if he's faster than me, what am I doing wrong? Or how can I just get to that benchmark? So yeah, he's definitely somebody I enjoy going up against and chasing after, yeah.
To the GT3 RS.
I mean, who wouldn't want to drive a 992 GT3 RS? Come on.
I wanted to give you a different answer that wasn't GT3 RS, but I'm sorry I can't.
answer is GT3 RS.
I would like to try and get out there in one of these new 992 GT3 RSs.
Oh, as a Porsche guy, it would have to be one of the GT cars.
Probably be any of the Porsche GT cars. Probably say Carl in a Phoenix Yellow M4. You know, his car has some scuffs on it. Had a few incidents here and there, and I've heard some stories. So from what I've seen, he's always full send most of the time, so I'd probably say him.
I definitely enjoy Dave's 993. I love seeing him just fighting his wheel and just hearing that car like roaring behind you. And he's driving it viciously. He'll put his car in between two guys, obviously respectively, and making sure we're getting point buys, but he drives it the way it should be.
In my class, the Elantra N right now, that would be the car.
Elantra.
The Hyundai Elantras are definitely cheater cars.
Listen, I drive a 30-year-old car. You want excuses? I got a whole list of them.
I PR'd at Homestead on a couple track day old tires, and I hadn't flushed the brakes, and I should have prepped the car. I didn't really, and I was sliding a bit around too with the car, and I felt it was gonna be slow, but it felt fast, and you know it was a rush. So I liked it. It's fun when I get a little on the limit, so I like that.
You know, after 25 years of doing track days and now racing, I've gotten to a level of comfort on track where sometimes it's a little disconcerting to me. I was out there in shorts and a t-shirt and a helmet with no gloves and my leather seats, and I just cranked up the music and I was playing a little Led Zeppelin and banging my head to some Led Zeppelin, and then all of a sudden cars started to take off, and I think I even forgot to turn down the music and just went out and had a rip and lap listen to some classic rock.
My ultimate goal is definitely to win the championship, and then secondly, develop the car to like what my, I guess, dream E36 would look like, which would probably be some sort of SL3 car with S54 swapped engine and some nice aero bits, LTW aero bits on it, and a lot of grip. So those two goals, building the car to what I think is my dream of what an E36 should be as a track car, and then for me to win a championship, that would definitely be my goal.
Courage. I think courage is what you need to lock in and trust. You need to trust your car. You need to know what you put together, know what your brakes can do, what your tires can handle, how fast your car can go. You just really need to familiarize yourself with your tool, your equipment, So I think that's really the game changer in any scenario.
You know what? I'm absolutely competing in 2025. I just added all the calendar events to my personal calendar last night when this new schedule came out, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to make all of them. It's great that the one guy that's cheating in our class is going to move up to the class where his car really belongs. So I'm looking forward to actual fair competition. There's no slouches out there. It's even if you remove the cheater from the field, I've gotten a couple of wins and a couple of second places. So I'm looking forward to first competing in the actual full season to make sure that I'm in the running for the top spot in the season championship. So that's my ultimate goal for next year.
A big thank you to Velocity Vault for allowing us to shoot the video at their location. Velocity Vault is a premier vehicle storage facility in Boca Raton, Florida. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, follow Velocity Vault, and FARAUSA.com.